Alright, I wanted to do Truzar Blowing TAB's range bag challenge. I don't have a very large range bag. I just got this small bag to put essentials in, and there's actually a couple of things I need to put in here that I thought of from watching other people's range bag review. I've got like 3 or 4 of these little mesh bags with the little pull tight thing on it. Those would be good just to have thrown in there to collect brass, because right now what I keep in here are plastic baggies. But anyway, this is it. I had a right shoulder flag someone gave me, and glued a piece of Velcro on the back of it and stuck it on the bag, and then I've got my little infidel sign here. But anyway, let's start with it. We'll start down here with this pocket. So I've got my little laser bore sighter. I use this quite a lot. I keep that there handy. I have a pair of I guess that's amber shooting glasses, some hearing protection, just a couple of foam earplugs, and some more hearing protection, a couple of sets of foam, and that's it. That's in this bottom pouch here. And this one is pretty simple. Masking tape. That's for covering holes or hanging up targets. That's all that's in that pouch. Next pocket, we have the stapler, hanging up the targets, some extra staples, some bulldog clips, also for hanging targets. This pocket here on top holds screwdrivers, a couple of small ones. I've got this little one here that is both a flathead and a Phillips, a loader direction. Here's a little 9mm loader. That's usually for a Ruger P-series mag, and it'll work on other mags. I got some Allen keys here. Here's another little Phillips screwdriver, a little brass hammer. I used to have a brass punch in there, but I took it out. I need to get me another one and put it in there. Here's a little multi-tool. This is for my Rossi. This is the original sight, and also the Allen keys for the Rossi peep sight and the directions in there. Here's a couple of them. Front, let's see if you can see that. That's a AR front sight alignment tool or adjustment tool, and I've got a nickel in there for adjusting the scope sometimes when you don't have anything else. that's it for that pocket. Let's see if I can get all this stuff back in here. It goes in pretty easy because I've tried not to overstuff any one of the pockets. I found that when they're overstuffed, it's just a pain. So here's the main compartment. And right now, this is my shusher can, muffler, insulation piece. Keeps me from burning my hand, taking it on and off. Got my earmuffs that are electronic. I actually use these sometimes when I'm hunting to enhance the sound so that I can hear if something's coming up on me or not. Not all the time, but sometimes. I've got a rear squeeze bag. Keep that in here all the time. I've got a little Simmons rangefinder. Helps me verify my yardage for my targets. I always carry a spare 10-round AR magazine. There's been times that I've got to the range with not necessarily a AR-15, but one of my bolt action guns that takes these mags, and I didn't have a mag. Luckily, I had my range bag, had a mag. My 22 suppressor. This is a Silencer Co. Sparrow. I have some flagging tape in there. That's usually for wind direction when it comes to the range. Have some little 1-inch stick-on targets. A little ruler. You always need to measure your group size. And more ear protection. Never leave home without it. Problem is remembering to put it on. There's been more than one time that I've shot a rifle and it was just kind of like, ow, that hurt. So anyway, let's see if I can get some of that back in there. Now, in this top section here, I've got a couple of Sharpies for marking targets or whatever else. I got some gun oil. That's some Lucas gun oil. I don't know if you can see that. Some hand sanitizer, wiping off the lead residue when handling cast bullets, and then just a rag. And that's it. That's everything that I have in my range bag. But I need to add a couple other things, some more little tools mainly. Oh, you know what? There is a little section that I forgot about. It's not really a pocket, but it is a different area of the bag. There's this. All right, kind of important stuff. I've got a Lula loader here. These things are great, well worth the money. Some more hearing protection. This is a little packet, a cleaning packet. It's got a cable in there and some stuff so you can pull through and clean out your rifle or pistol. A cat tourniquet. Another loader. This one I think is for 22s. plastic baggies for collecting brass. And back here, I don't know, no, I don't have anything in that very back compartment. That's usually where you would put a concealed gun. This is a shoulder bag, but I use it as my range bag, and I keep the straps tucked away because I put this little handle on here, and actually I need to get some paracord and wrap this to where it's one piece, so I can just grab it like this. When I grab it like this, it kind of pulls everything up tight, and I like it where it's spread apart. And that's I think a kayak handle. But anyway, that is it. That is my range bag as it stands right now. There is one other thing that I wanted to mention. I carry my pistols and my ammo separately. If I'm going to carry a bunch of pistols, I have a range bag dedicated just to that. I can throw quite a few pistols in it, and then for ammo, I always carry it separately as well. So let me zip this up. So real easy, just got an open top bag, and I have a bag inside a bag here. So certainly this is range stuff. Oh, these are some notes from probably one of my other videos talking about the, let's see, Mark II, the Savage 22. That's what those notes were on. So here's, I say so a lot, and I apologize about that. Here's some 38 Special reloads, some 223. I got 68 grain boat tail hollow point match, and then I just have some regular 55 grain full metal jacket. Here's a 22 short. Here's one of those little bags I mentioned earlier for brass. I have 4 or 5 of these. You can put a lot of brass in there and just zip it up. It's a 150 round pack of 9mm. So all of this changes to, and baggies for brass. You can see I put 40 Smith & Wesson on that one. All of this changes depending on the guns I'm taking, but I have these in here because I'm usually shooting a 223 or 22 or a 38 or 9mm. I also use these little recycled plastic. This is a French onion dip container, and right now it's just holding brass from one of my last shootings, 9mm brass. Again, just some more ammo. This is M193 FMJs, 55 grain. Some more of that Hornady Frontier, 68 grain, bowtail hollow point. In here I have more brass. Well, no, that's a round, but not sure. It's got a primer dent in it, so it didn't go off. Hearing protection. Never leave home without it. Some 410 shotgun shells that were used, and a bunch of baggies. So here's some more. This is not brass, this is aluminum. These are 38 Special, maybe 357 Magnum, but they make good little targets. Anyway, that is how I tote the majority of my ammo, if I'm not toting it in this, it's going to be in an ammo can. And as far as the majority of tools and first aid kits, that's all in my truck. I have 2 trauma kits and a regular boo-boo kit in my truck, and then my toolbox on the back of my truck is just full of tools. So if any major items need to be taken care of, I do that. And also on the inside of one of my back doors, I have one of those little kits where you can put the bits in it, and I use that a lot. And I ordered an engine rebuild kit from J.C. Whitney, and they sent me that little kit as an extra item, little $10 kit, and I've more than got my money's worth out of that. That thing, I've used it. If you get an opportunity to add something to your range bag, I recommend getting one of those little screwdriver kits with the bits that you can put in it. So that's it. That's all I'm going to cover this time.